Horizon TV, the beacon for the nation.
Welcome back to the show. This is the Weekly Matters and I am your host Ahmed Qadar. If you're just joining us, tonight we are discussing social media. How powerful is social media? Its impact from politics to business to anything that's happening. We're in such a global village that nowadays nothing goes without being reported online. And of course, discussing that with me is Boniface Mwangi, the one and only Boniface Mwangi, and Yasmin Mohammed, a social media enthusiast. Now, before we went for break, I've asked you, you used to blog in terms of writing. Nowadays, you have gone to videos and highlighting. First of all, what is it about and what inspired you to do that? And how is it helping your cause?
Okay, so I used to write a lot on Facebook from the whole time. But then again, I saw, videos are a way to show the real things. However much writing is good, there's a way you can create that image in everyone. So it's a feature story I'm doing. It's called Roar of a Lioness. So Roar of a Lioness.
A roar of a lioness.
Yeah, so the Roar of a Lioness, I am covering women from northern region, which I hope will expand towards the larger Kenya, about women who are making impact from the community. And it's something that's benefiting the people right straight from the grassroots where there's no network and there is nothing much. So Roar of a Lioness will cover women of all, class, profession and types. Women who make different change in different places of the region. So Roar of a Lioness is basically, something I wanted to do this for a very long time, since high school. Since primary school, and I just had this wild idea of showing the story from a positive side. Every time from Garissa and Northeastern, you hear, just blast, terrorism, this shifter stuff, nothing else. I decided to take this on myself and, show them. And the lioness part came when I was growing up. I had self-esteem issues with my voice. They told me I have a very deep voice for a girl and all that.
It's a beautiful voice.
Thank you. And then I don't know, sometimes in school I used to go for drama festivals and this teacher of mine told me that's a raw, that's a strong voice. Growing up,
so you decided to call it
I took that energy,
yes.
And then I posted someday on Facebook, lioness something, and this guy gave me this idea and I put it together with that of my teacher. I should give this feeling to every other woman who is creating impact. So a lioness who's protecting her jungle, a lioness who's doing something for her pride. Yeah, that's why I did that.
Oh, that's marvelous.
Thank you.
You have mentioned, Garissa and northern Kenya, and it's a region with, especially when it comes to issues of women, the way it's portrayed is not always in the positive side.
Yeah.
And I know there are many great women who come from northern Kenya who are doing great stuff, not only for the region but for the country.
Yeah.
Now, how was the reaction to your video blog?
It was beautiful. I even got more than I expected. When I had this idea the whole time, I hadn't shared it with anyone. I only shared with like a cousin friend, and he told me this is nice and I support it. So coming to media school, I saw that I have the platform, I can do something. So I just did a promo and I just featured 1 or 2 women I know and who are doing something. I even met them through social media. So I just took them from there. And the response from the people was like, yeah, this is what is happening and we are waiting for this for a very long time. I feel motivated by that, and I am very ready to show the rest of Kenya and the rest of the world that despite whatever bad or whatever culture is happening among the Cushitic women and lowering them below whatever they can do is good. Something good is coming from there, and the world has to say this.
Okay, now Boni.
Yes.
Our social media is so big, like we have said. And again, in Kenya, we are a region that is so into social media, especially its young people. And in statistics, this is from Global Stats. It says, and I quote it, it says social media platform increased so much in Kenya, especially in 2017, even though it has been there. And this is from, it's from BAKE, the Bloggers Association of Kenya report says, social media platform increased in 2007, according to the state of the internet in Kenya. and it says that the graph, it says that there are over 10 billion monthly page views. Just a page view.
10 billion.
10 billion monthly.
Damn.
In terms of hitting. Now I want to tell us, how is that, how are business people making use of that? Is the Kenyan business environment, especially in the middle SMEs, are they taking advantage of social media?
So
if you go out of politics.
I think the biggest shame is actually the 10 most visited websites in this country.
Yes.
I think in the 5 top websites,
Yes.
is 2 of them are pornographic sites, and the other 3 are betting sites. If you do the top 20 websites in this country, I think there's only 1 or 2 news websites. The rest is betting, pornography, YouTube, Google search, and stuff like that. So it's actually a big shame. So yes, people are spending online, a lot of time online. What are they doing? They're going there to bet and to check sports pages, which team to get a sure bet. But I think at the same time, it's actually an opportunity that these people, these eyeballs, if they get the right content, they can be directed somewhere else. So it's commendable that she's doing video blogs, because people maybe don't want to read, but they want to hear her voice and hear her talk about these things. So, and there's also a platform for her kind of stories. I haven't read a single book, which is, I don't know if there are any that exist, written by a female Somalia author from Northeastern. I don't think I've come across any book.
So we have to applaud that.
So if she's going to do a book about their stories, the role of the lioness and the lioness of Northeastern, I would like to read that book. And that content can become can be an e-version, there can be a video version or a podcast. So there's actually there's an opportunity for people to consume good content if it's available. So if you think you want to tell stories, social media is free to use, and you can start with that. If you look at guys like Magunga, Potentash, Biko Zulu, Kamai, all these people who blog, Miss Nerima who writes about many other things, the whole idea that the reason why they're able to have paid content and become paid influencers because they actually start sharing the free content. So you come to social media, you create a brand for yourself, people know they talk about these things, so the next time I have a campaign and I'm targeting young Somali girls in school, I'll come and talk to you. If I want to go to Northeastern, I know that I can't go to myself, I'll come talk to you. So the whole idea is actually, you need to brand yourself. And your brand should be consistent. Don't wake up today and tell me about mangoes. Then tomorrow you tell me about avocados. Then you wake up and tell me about sand. The other day you tell me about mabati. I'll get confused. Yes.
So it's all about having a niche.
Yeah, a niche is important.
Yes.
But at the same time, even if you stray from your niche, maybe you're cracking a joke, you come back to what we know you for. You can't be a jack of all trades. That's confusion.
Now, there are people who are called, I'm still on you.
Yes,
there are
sir.
people who are called influencers.
Yes.
On social media, especially on Twitter.
Yes.
This morning they are trending something.
Yes.
The following morning they are discrediting themselves by
Yes.
trending something.
Yes.
Where do we put that category of influencers?
Those are confused people.
Yes.
But an influencer is someone actually who can make your brand
Yes.
appear in a positive light and also help your brand sell. So if I wake up today and say tomorrow I'm going to tweet about what do I like most? Let me think of something that can actually endorse on TV. I don't know. Yes. I'm just saying, if I wake up and say, I like Team Courage. Yes. I'm wearing Team Courage t-shirt.
Yes.
I talk about Team Courage every day. If she follows me, she's going to say, oh, Team Courage is cool. I'm going to follow them back. Team Courage is good. And like, oh, Team Courage has t-shirts.
I tweeted about Team Courage yesterday.
Thank you. So I'm going to wear Team Courage t-shirt. That's an example. If I like this bracelet and I wear this every day and you see it every day, and then I talk about it, then because you find me influential enough, you'll buy that product. Problem is, it's someone today will tweet about Safaricom, then tomorrow it's about Airtel, then Telcom. I'm like, dude, where are we right now? Because I get confused. So even for your personal branding, even if you're going to do paid tweets, because people are paid to tweet, please choose a brand that is consistent with your bigger brand. Yes.
Now, Yasmin, Boniface Mwangi said that it's so shame that the most visited sites in Kenya are sites that I don't think I will ever even think of visiting them, to be honest. Because of my personal principles and values and ethics, basically. You're a young Muslim girl.
Yeah.
We see Facebook, especially the way people write in terms of clanism, tribalism. What will you tell young people, especially the Muslim young people, on the use of social media, talking from your personal experience?
I think this is why, when in your discussion of your parenthood and social media, most parents fear their kids to be in social media or to have phones for that reason, because of this dirty, you know, dirty sites and all the places they visit in social media. And you know, parents should not be paranoid. It's the way you make your child first. And as a young growing, you know, child or a student or someone who's, you know, it's all based on personal principles, but there is that also, you know, side of you that likes the, you know, people have proxy accounts and fake accounts, you know, to deal with these things. From a young time, when I first, you know, had this Facebook account, my first Facebook account was blocked. I don't even know until now, but you know, my mom helped me do another one. People back home see these social media sites as, you know, the apps and all that, as selling yourself, as portraying, you know, funny things, as meeting bad people. But I can say, since that time in high school, all of the people I met, you know, if I don't feel like, you know, you're doing me good here on this page,
how come
I
you're
get
talking to
you
me about the high school and you're not talking about campus life?
I mean, that is, I mean, from then,
yes.
I feel like from then, the impact was much more. I mean, now on campus, people are advanced. You know, I'm on Instagram now. You are now encouraging me to be on Twitter. You know, things are, you know, by then, when I was back home with everyone else, you are like, you know, I'm on Facebook, I posted that. And they're like, what are you even doing on Facebook? You know, I started posting my pictures from then. People will be like, you know, they have that bad mentality because of the clanism issues again. You see, there are court rulings, there are campaigns. People get petty with each other because of social media, and, you know, fight starts from there. People don't fight face to face. They take the fights online. And you see, this will create that and discomfort back home among the, you know, the real life gatherings. And this is some of the things that really, you know, it's putting the parents in a place that you can't use Facebook, you can't use Instagram, you can't use this. Yeah, so I suppose, and I will tell this, you know, young growing adults to be really cautious is what they're doing, because whatever you are, like whatever you are today, you can never change from your child tomorrow. So at the world we are going, things should be kind of improving. You use social media to give the best from what we are gaining. Yeah.
Boni, you said that one of the sites that's highly visited in this country, which is described as shame, is betting.
Yes.
Kampala, which is just across here, Uganda, the president of Uganda has literally banned betting.
Yes.
What will you say about that, and in terms of how we waste time on betting?
So betting is actually, it's part of potea. And we live in a hustler economy,
Yes.
where people want to get rich quick, from a chicken seller to a billionaire, which is a bullcrap story. And people say, no, it was a miracle, I got money. Money doesn't rain from heaven. You have to work hard for it. And for the people who are rich, sometimes some of them steal the money. And so you realize that as a poor person, I'm going to hedge my bet. I'm going to try every single day to put 10 or 20 or 30 shillings trying to win something big. Now, in countries where they have betting, it's highly regulated. Problem in this country is not regulated. I have no problem if they bet, and 70% or 80% of that money goes back to the community. It goes to sports, it goes to stadiums, goes to infrastructure, does other things. Problem is, these people are robbing people's future, because gambling is addictive. Gambling is like cigarettes and alcohol. It actually should be either prohibited or controlled substance. There are guys who wake up every day and all the money they make is through betting.
So how is that in relation to social media and in terms of wasting time?
The people in this country who have committed suicide because of betting. You bet your school fees, you bet a loan, you bet your property away. How is that related? For you to bet, you need information. You need to know which team is playing, who's going to be on the team, and how they're playing. The other thing is actually, the websites for betting are online. So you want to bet on your phone, but you want to go online and see which is a sure bet. So you have to do a bit of research. So should they ban betting in this country? I don't know. Should it be highly regulated and highly taxed? Yes. The other thing is about betting in this country is a money laundering scheme. The people who have stolen money from government are doing betting as a money laundering scheme.
Okay, that is your statement. We are putting a disclaimer to it.
Disclaimer, but I haven't mentioned anyone's name. But I can mention names if you want.
That's a disclaimer.
I am not afraid of mentioning names.
No problem. But okay, let's go. Now the thing is this.
You're running away.
No, I'm running away from it. I'm not running from it. But the point is,
yes, sir.
I like the part, of how betting wastes people's time. And
Yes.
it's, as you said, it's so shameful that it's one of the most highly visited sites,
Yes.
yet it adds no value to people's
No
lives.
value at all. And
Yes.
I'm happy that Islam says that
Yeah,
betting is haram.
As for Islam, it's
haram.
totally haram.
So-
We don't bet. It's, in fact, it's betting is mentioned in the Quran. You know, it's one of the innamal khamru wal maisar. You know, it's part of that whole ayah, and it's completely prohibited.
And that's a very good thing.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes.
Now the thing is this, and I don't know whether we have time with my director. We are going for a second show, but he will let us know. Then there's what's called fake news.
Fake news, yes.
Yes.
That is a very bad thing.
Okay, we are going for a short break. He's telling me we are going for a break. We'll come back. We are going, when we come back, I want us to discuss about fake news,
Yes.
social media impact in the family, where you see family gatherings, everyone is on his phone, you know, such kind of things. How does it bring, maybe sometimes destabilizes the family and all these things. We are taking a short break. I think it's a nice conversation so far. Not that I think, it is a nice conversation. And this is the Weekly Matters. Tonight the guests just, I don't know how to describe them. You tell us. We'll be back. Keep it there.
Horizon TV, the beacon for the nation.
Join me every week for only 30 minutes to know more about our beautiful country Kenya. Kuna watu wa sita walishikwa. Kenya. It's fun. Sasa kompyuta kwa Kiswahili inaitwaje?
Kompyuta tajulia wapi? Shuleni bala.
Cha mkufu mwanaku ha akiha hu akiha hu bado kuna nusu ingine imebaki.
It's educative.
Kongo Karoba, Bizi Kagia, Oshengoreko, Ready Kubai.
Which Khalifa's time was the Quran compiled? Different cultures. Ritsukhile. Different languages. Intie. All this is celebrating diversity. Ero.
Wait.
I like you, Masai. This is a street quiz show.
مثل صادق عن التأسيس والعلم.
Horizon TV, the beacon for the nation.
Welcome back to the show. This is the Weekly Matters, and I am your host, Ahmed Qadar. We are discussing social media, its positive impact, and of course, everything that has a positive side, it has its own pros and cons. And this is our last segment of the show with Boniface Mwangi and Yasmin Mohammed. Before we went for break, we were talking about fake news.
Yes.
You know, the president of the US calls everything, doesn't agree with fake news.
No, don't give that as an example.
Yes.
Himself is a fake man.
He's a fake man, eh?
Yes.
Okay, the thing is this, fake news.
Yes.
Yeah, it's unless you are a social media expert,
Yes.
which I can call you an expert, and I think I can call myself an expert, and so is Yasmin, because we use social media so much. How, first of all, do you what makes a fake news, and how do you know it's a fake news?
So fake, just like the name suggests, something is not true. So you have people who mislead people. That many times where people have been killed on Facebook or Twitter, you go online and hear, oh, Kibaki is dead, Mo is dead, but they're not dead. So how do you verify? You need to look at the account. Is it a bot? Is it someone whose profile is an egg? It has to be credible. It comes from a credible organization. So before I tweet something, actually, I must verify the information, because if you don't verify, then you're going to spread fake news. There have been a lot of fake news in this country, and fake news can actually lead to bad things. In India, people have died because of fake news. Like, people have been killed by mob. They'll say, oh, ex people have died somewhere else, they were killed by these ex people. Then there's retaliation. So you have to be very, very careful. So how do you verify?
You see images that are not right, you know,
Yeah,
shared.
people share images that are actually from another country in a different setting.
Yes.
So the only way to verify is actually look at the source who is sharing that news.
In fact, just to enhance what you're saying, when the CNN, the hashtag, someone tells CNN,
yes,
I think they use the wrong image to describe Kenya.
To describe Kenya, yes.
Yes. Yes, Yasmin, you want to add that?
What word of Tiara concerning all that?
Yes.
I think, you know, the president of the US disregards this, you know, fake news, maybe because of his policies and personal, you know, issues sometimes. But, you know, if this has gone to an international level, it's because we have misused social media to that level. I mean, the links and, you know, the websites, sometimes people don't really, you know, they don't confirm what's going on. And you see people just spreading the news. Just someone shares because someone has died and someone has done this. I think.
How does fake news?
But let me give you an example. This past election, the Jubilee government hired a company called Cambridge Analytica,
which has been exposed at the national, at the international level.
Well, there was even an expose story about how they spread fake news. They did
globally.
Yes, they did attacks on Raila Odinga, and they said a lot of bad things about this country, and said, oh, it's going to be treasonable, a president of doom, and all other things. So even other people, the biggest users of fake news is actually politicians. They will come and lie and then spread fake news themselves. So when you talk about credibility, sometimes even the president himself will be saying fake news. There are things that he actually said that are actually fake, that are not true.
Yes.
How is fake news?
So we must have a fact check.
You have a fact checker.
Yes.
It's important.
Yes.
So especially when it's a politician.
Yes.
Those are the people that you shouldn't believe. Politicians will come and lie and say, I'm going to do that, or I did this. An example is a place where you find someone said, I open a university. And what he did, he went and laid a stone there, and there's no university.
I saw that.
You saw that one?
I saw that.
That's how you
And
expose
other
them.
projects, they just share a glance of, you know, the bigger image, just a part of it which is just so decorated.
Yes.
And that is like the achieved goal.
How is fake news, especially in northern counties where you come from, when it comes to devolution, what is being done, and how the kind of messages are being spread? Sometimes do you agree with what the county governments share? Do they fall in the category of fake news? I want to hear from you. Fake news within your context.
Just like he says, politicians are, you know, the worst in, you know, showing this.
Not only politicians, by the way,
and
is in fake
people,
news.
Yeah. You know, they create the blogs just to, you know, give.
You are in Facebook groups that I don't have to mention, but you know them, and you see what happens. I want you to put in that context. What? In terms of fake news, and give us your experience.
It is so embarrassing and it's so petty to see people, you know, just the way you said, we have followers and we are social media enthusiasts because people know us, people know where I come from, they know where I live, they know what I do. So it's easy to believe what I say, you know, to gain that those followers, you know, to gain that number and all that energy to be followed for. And, you know, people who are making these fake videos and fake images and links to just shame people, you know, that is so backward. And it's so petty to see people who are educated, who reach that level, instead of using that for positive, you know, facts and all the good things, are coming back to themselves to, you know, maybe someone just finds, you know, Boniface something wrong, you know, against his policies and all that, gets personal to him, goes to his family, you know, photogrids him and photoshops with fake. Something has been trending in Wajir the last 2 months, you know, of how a woman leader has been shamed because of what people think that, you know, she had just had to stand. And it is so petty and so sad that people who are known in the community are people who are sharing these things. I mean, I can't know Ahmed Qadar face to face and he's sharing that link of how, you know, Fulani is doing that. I mean,
you don't know even the person.
You don't even know the person on a personal level, or the story is really legit. And it's so sad that people spread these things like it is real.
Bonnie, why do people spread fake things more than the real things?
Because it's sensational, it's gossip, it's more exciting, it might be more sexy, and people love gossip. That's why people spread fake news. And then there's always a motive. Someone has been paid to spread fake news. Someone doesn't even like you.
Like the company just mentioned, Cambridge Analytica.
That was the motive was political.
Yes, political.
Only to win elections.
Yes.
So there's no fake news without a motive. It can be malice, can be political, it can be just pure gossip or rivalry. That's why people do that.
Now, Bonnie, you're a family man.
Yes.
You have young kids. They know that their father is someone, a figure, who goes out, tweet, and all these things. How does that affect you? How does social media impact on your family life?
So I said I struggle with social media because
Yes.
I'm a heavy user.
Yes.
But
And I'm sure there are many who are watching us who also going through that, maybe what you're going
to cut down.
And
So
just want to hear from you.
So my kids are my monitors. They
Yes.
take the phone away from me. Oh, dad is always on Twitter. Oh, get me that phone. So they snatch the phone away from me. I've tried to be, when with them, I'm trying to be present actually. I have two phones. I have my phone for my normal phone calls, and then I have a phone for social media. I take photos with that phone and I share social media. When I put that phone away, I'm not on social media. So I try and do that. So I try and divide my time and ensure that when I hold this phone, I know that I'm choosing to be on social media. When I don't have it, I'm not on social media.
Mm-hmm.
But beyond that, I think actually it's also something that actually kids should learn from you.
Mm-hmm.
If they see you less on the phone, they'll be less on the phone. But they see you more on the phone, they'll actually want to say, what are you seeing, Dad? Can you share and all that? So that's the other thing about phones, that it's very hard to tell a child not to do things that you do every day.
Yes, they love an example.
So you become an example, and when they're young, they're very impressionable. Yeah. They know that their dad, my father used to drink every day. They'll drink every day or hate alcohol altogether. They see the father with the phone every day. They'll be like, this phone must be very interesting, not to be like my dad. Mm-hmm. So you find that they become addicts. So you actually have to be, it has to be a very, very tight balance on that.
So Yasmin, your take on the, we see people going to a family dinner, gathering of social, and then everyone is on his phone.
When I go out with my friends, we have a rule.
Yes.
If you remove your phone, you pay the bill.
So if you're the first person to remove, you pay the bill.
No, if you're having dinner, we're eating with everyone, and on that particular table, if you remove your phone, you pay the bill. So guys know.
Your phone
so
rings first.
I know, people are like, I don't touch my phone.
Yes.
And another good habit that I actually chose to do when sorry, you're gonna get a chance to talk. When I go out with the friends, I leave either my phone in the car or in the house. If I know how I'm going to get home. So I'm actually forced to listen to you because I'm not on my phone. So actually, even if I have phantom rings, I can feel like my phone is ringing, but I don't even have it. Yeah.
Yasmin?
Yeah. So, I mean, social media to me has...
Does it affect your studies? Do you find yourself sometimes you're too much onto your phone that you even forget to do your assignments?
No. Yes. I don't. For a long time, I mean, from then, by the way, I have a very strict mother who's a teacher, and I have managed to do, you know, and I was at a scholar in high school, so I can do the phone, my schoolwork and housework all together, and I can manage all that. So growing up, I have the addiction, but still I know how to manage my time and all that. So I feel like it has more impact on me rather than, you know, the disadvantages. So I don't think my siblings or any other young kid I know, I can suggest them to have a phone to show them, you know, instead of keeping this away from them, then they'll have the curiosity.
Now, talking of taking the giving kids to phone.
Yeah.
Do we, you know, in Kenya, schools do not allow phones. I'm coming to you.
Yes.
Kenyans don't allow phones. Should we give high school kids phones? Should we allow them to have their phones?
They are not taking that to school. It's just home-based.
Yeah, I know. When I'm talking as in, I mean, should we give them phones to be in the school?
No,
will you advocate for that?
I can't.
You can't.
I mean, school is school, and when you come home, your, you know, leisure time and your free time.
Now we don't have time. I'm going to Bonnie, but before I go to him, I want you to give us your parting shot.
Okay.
I'm going to close with him. Your parting shot, especially on social media, and what will you tell young people as far as social media is concerned? That's your camera. Okay, thank you so much. Social media in such a world is not such a bad thing if you really want to make use of it. And from how the world is growing, I'll tell every young adult to really make use of this. There are business ways to, program yourself and to improve your life through that. Politics, school, education, different places to really go while you're in social media. And instead of really using that, there's already so much evil in the world, just create some good and spread love and let the world be a good place. Let the world be a good place. It's a good way to end it. Bonnie, and there, we're talking about fake news, betting, and all those things. What would you tell young people, a young person who's just joining social media and who want to develop a brand and who want to advance his personal life? So everything that is good to be used in moderation. And so social media is the same thing. Use it moderately. You can actually use it to tell your stories, use it to raise your voice about vices, injustices, and don't let anyone bully you. So social media is a great tool for highlighting issues, and at the same time just telling us how you're feeling and how you're doing. But remember this, that you can never make a difference or achieve anything without courage.
So when you tweet, when you share, be courageous and let your voice be heard. Don't let the bullies and the trolls silence you. Enjoy.
Be courageous and let your voice be heard. That's all we had to discuss tonight. Social media, its impact, and how it improves society. I don't think without social media, we'll all be here together, because we all met on social media before we met one-on-one.
That's very true.
That's very right, yeah. We all met on social media, and you see, we use it positively, and we are here tonight discussing the impact of social media, and let's use it to advance our society. As for us, we have nothing much to add. This is the Weekly Matters, and I'm your host, Ahmed Qadar. See you next Friday, inshallah.
You're watching Horizon TV, the beacon for the nation.
Asia International Exhibition coming at Sarit Center from